Michael's not feeling the best a man can get right now. It's his
Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me now? Please say you can. Success! Apologies for that. It's been a while and I've got a new laptop since the last time I streamed. So, yeah, a few technical difficulties to get started with, but how is everybody? Say a couple of hellos. So we've got Red Knight, Omen Heart, and Thunderbirds fan. Oh, and Galahound 19. Galahound 19, you did not miss anything whatsoever other than the fact that I had sound issues. So for the first couple minutes of this stream, 3 minutes, it's silence. But anyway, how is everybody? Hope you've had a good Monday with whatever you've been doing. I've decided to come back and do live streaming. So let's see how this goes on because video content's taking a bit longer to do nowadays than it used to. And yeah, I put a poll out. May as well just double check what was on that poll, to be honest. Let me see. Yes, I put a poll out earlier on today, and the winning one is design a new character. So I'm going to come up with a new character. I've had something in mind. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with the character as such. I've got a few ideas in mind, so I'm going to just pick one randomly to go with from a couple of reference images and see what I can kind of draw. Let's have a look. Red Knight's come up with 4 Pokemon. That's cool. Galan says, will you be going back to your world building challenge? You turned out some of your best D&D designs in that one. I will plan at some point to go back to it. Truth be told, the real world's been a little bit chaotic with work and a few other things lately. which means that my video content hasn't been out as much or as quick as usual. I'm trying to work on that and get that sorted. And then, yeah, I've just literally been trying to figure things out. I'm going to do a couple warm-up exercises, actually, just a few things on the screen, just scribbling like circles down and just getting used to some crosshair bits and stuff, just to make sure I can see that the screen's coming up nicely with what we're doing. Loosening up a bit. I have not drawn in a little while. Well, I did draw the weekend, but I haven't done anything proper live stream wise or anything in a long time. So it will be good to get some of these kind of doodly bits out the way as I look see what's chat. Omen Heart, it has been a while, but I still remember your character False, which was one of my favourite ones to draw. I really loved that design. Thunderbirds fan, you're writing some stories. Awesome. Red Knight says, 3 of your Pokemon come from legendary sword of different countries. Oh, that is actually quite a cool concept. It's nice to have a theme when you're doing Pokemon designs that you can build upon, because once you've gone from legendary swords, you can work it up to other aspects. It could be legendary shields, it could be other designs. So that's not too bad. That's actually quite cool. It will be a female character, ironically, Galahad 19. Appreciate that. I find female anatomy a bit easier to draw. I think it's because I've drawn more female characters. I do need to draw some male characters, actually. I'm debating a new male narrator. With a bit of a Russian accent. It's going to sound a bit like Vasily Kuzanek in terms of the talking accent, which I'm still working on. But it's going to be a male character unless I make a character that's female. I don't want to make it too similar to that one. I've got an idea of some new characters for the team, or even for an alternate universe, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, that sounds quite cool, Evan Hart. Right, let's see if I can. Now that I've done this, let's see if I can start coming up with a pose from this reference. Let's see how it goes on. I'm trying different designs for the I would say different designs for everything, but I'm trying different designs for the kind of like stream layout. I'm trying to find one that works with all the content elements. So I've stripped it right back, and eventually I'll add a camera back in. I'll add a few extra things like the chat and that. It's just a case of it has been a while. Unfortunately, when it's been a while and you have not set it up, it's all a bit chaotic. I have got some ideas as well. I did think at one point it'd be really cool to get some almost VTuber style versions or a talking version of the narrator, or a narrator or a character designed for the streams. But then part of me is also like, that's a lot of work. As cool as it looks like, that is a lot of work. So I just need to figure it out. Whether it's the streams or the videos, I might learn something new. Oh no, Galhan 19, that's fine. Yes, I did catch it. It was pretty cool actually. I liked both of your designs that you had. I was quite surprised to see that the variation of character designs for it, because obviously once you've seen one or two and there's kind of a theme, it was quite nice that you guys mixed it up a little bit in terms of, so for example, when it was myself, Popcross, and Caitlin, we had one what's it? It was one thing out of like Warhammer 40k. We had one out of something else like Godzilla, and then we had one out of like pick something obscure. But you guys actually had some quite cool ones as well. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it all works and turns out for your next collab with an artist and how it does, because it's quite cool that you've gotten a taste of it now. That's the thing, you've gotten a taste of the collabs. So I half expect that you're like, Yes, who can I get next? I will apologise to everybody who did send attacks to me for Art Fight. I've only managed to do 2 attacks in the whole month of July. That's how manic it's been. So, on that note, I will most likely, I'm planning for next year to potentially book a bit longer off, sort a bit longer off. Maybe book a week off work in July and then have that as like a drawing week or something, where I either go live doing them or I'm just working on them. That would be quite cool. But yes, I think a lot of artists this year, their art fight, other than Dornosaur. Dornosaur was a machine. Yo, Fat Boys Gaming and Nonsense. How's it going? Dornosaur was a machine. They chucked out so many artworks. I think it was 30 odd in the end. It's like, oh my god, how did you do so many? It's kind of like awesome, but at the same time, I'm like, ah, damn it, why have you done so many? You've made us all look bad. All the other artists in Art Fight are just like, no. Um, but yeah, no, it was really fun to see some of the artworks in Art Fight. I have also followed a few artists that I follow in real life on YouTube. So next year, I will be attacking some new artists, which will hopefully lead to... Is this going to work out right for that pose? I'm not convinced I'm drawing it right. If you notice with poses, I start large and shrink it down, which would be quite interesting. The one that do for the redraw has a Russian voice. Do you mean your submission for the redraw has a Russian voice? If so, that's pretty cool. I've kind of wanted to up my vocab lately for like accents and stuff, but they're so difficult. Even a southern accent is really hard to do amongst other other accents as well. Accents are hard. Words are hard. And I know that's probably copyrighted by Caitlin and Evelyn, but you know, words are hard, literally. Um, the sword for my Pokemon comes from legendary Japanese, legendary Norse, and legendary sword from the UK. Oh, that's quite cool. Oh, so the sword from the UK, is that Excalibur? Not sure about Norse and Japanese. That's going to be hard. No worries, Omen Heart. Thank you for jumping in. It's great to hear from you again. You're prepping for college next week. Wow. Yeah, by all means, I'm going to start live streaming again a bit more. So feel free to appear in them and kind of like jump in. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you in some more. I'm eventually going to get these back onto a regular schedule, which would be absolutely amazing if I can. Hey, Ark, how's it going? Long time no see. Well, I say long time no see. I speak to you on Koi streams, but yes, it's been a while. That leg's going to come out that way because that's more... I hate having to do perspective on legs when they're coming towards you because they look really weird in shape. And the other one just goes back. I'm not sure I like this pose. I started it thinking it's a cool pose, and now the more I'm drawing it, the more I'm thinking, do I trust the process or do I just go, nah, it doesn't look so cool. I'm hoping it will eventually look really cool, but yeah, it's one of those weird ones where do I get it to work nicely with what I'm planning, or is it going to work nicely with what I'm planning? Bear in mind, I am using a reference image for the pose. I don't draw anatomy very well on its own. I've got an idea of most of it, but I just kind of struggle like everyone else does. And to be honest, anatomy is much better if you use the right tools, and the right tools usually are reference images. I don't know an artist who doesn't use a reference image. Even though you can find AI reference images nowadays because the AI is appearing everywhere. But the whole concept is, in theory, there shouldn't be that many. And I said in theory, and it activated a certain thing on the phone. Amazing, isn't it? Is my character going to have superpowers? I'm thinking my character's going to be magic powered. So, spellcaster of some form. Whether they're a combination of like a physically strong and a spellcaster, I don't know. But I do feel I need a magician. I've been watching the Magicians series lately, to be honest. And it's got me all inspired for magic again, which is really, really cool. But at the same time, I'm like, I might have to start figuring out how to get some of these to work. Uh, has anybody up to anything interesting lately? UK is still having a mini heat wave. I say that because it's just hot, just really, really hot lately, and it's really like, oh, it's hot lately. It's like, yeah. I also feel that the proportions aren't quite right here, so I need to adjust. That looks way too far forward to the rest, but that looks right. I think it's the waist and the upper body don't look quite so balanced. Drawing bodies is hard. Does anybody else find that? Yeah, I was thinking that arc. The head does need to be a bit bigger. That's the only drawback when you start larger a character proportion and then bring it back. It's got really weird proportions afterwards. I mean, I know I'm doing a character design. I'm not sure I like the pose though. Hmm. Do I have another pose I can practice or try and draw? Because that was kind of that pose. Maybe if I go for more of a similar pose, but more. No, I guess I got to learn how to do a walk-in pose-ish type thing like this. So see if I can get this working. Let's have a look. What have we been saying in chat? Those are some cool actual swords, Red Knight. I do like your names for the Pokemon. They are actually quite cool. I like the fact that you're merging bits of the original sword names in, which is really, really cool. Yes, unfortunately, I'll still be having ads. I've tried to make them a bit longer than normal for the gap between them, and hopefully, we shall see what's happening. Have you ever thought about doing the Fake Monarch challenge by drawing all 18 types that are challenge that are drawing all 18 types that are the challenge that you started? I did do like a type swap almost challenge at one point, which was quite interesting, but I didn't actually get around to finishing all of them on that live stream. I just want to see if I can make this pose a little bit more. I'm going to try something really, really random now. that's that one there. I just stood there. Hmm. That feels a bit more fluid than the last one, but we'll stick with this one for now. I have no idea of names for characters either, so chuck some ideas out there. Right, let's go in. Now I feel the head's too big. Yeah, no, the proportion's slightly wrong on this. I don't know what I've done, but some things just don't fit quite right with this design. At least to my head visually, they do not sit right. Erase that bit there. The fun chaos. I think we have started the chain in terms of like the whole design aspect. No, this is why it's looking wrong. It was right before. It was wrong to adjust this from here. If anything, maybe I should have just adjusted that slightly. That feels much more better. That's a better proportion. I can work with that. I can work with that. I also need to shrink it down a little bit in size just because of where it is on here. Oh, sweet, Galahad 19. Going to Birmingham Comic Con. It's been a while since it's been a few years since I've been to a Comic Con, so that sounds awesome. Are you cosplaying or dressing up as anything, or are you just gonna pop down there and kind of just see how it goes and decide what you want to do? In terms of like what you want to get, what merch. Any people there that you actually want to see? Hey, Stella Ketsune, how's it going? I can do Arc. It'll have to be a little bit later on. I can send one of the more up to date Demonica illustrations that I've got. I'd have to dig it out. Arc says also have problems with two characters. Both are females. Adult Wildfire because I want to look like Demonica, but still her own person. And your girlfriend character as a cute bunny outfit. That's hard to draw. That second one, definitely harder to draw. It's doable, but it is one of the harder things to draw. So yeah, best of luck with that one. I appreciate that. That's going to be a bit of a difficult one. I can't draw that yet, but check out Mikey Mega Mega or Mikey Mega Live. He does. He's got characters that are in bunny outfits. That would be perfect for you to kind of get an idea of the costume. Depending on the bunny outfit, is it the casino style bunny outfit or is it just like a bunny onesie? Because those are a massive difference. Right, let's think what I want to do for this. So, usually flesh out the hair, but I actually want to flesh out some of the clothing first. So, spellcaster potentially is going to have some form of amulet. Maybe. Do I want? Do I want? How do I want the outfit to look? Because I want them to look cool but unique, but at the same time, I suppose there's no real outfit to fit in for the characters, is there? I've got no set like this universal style. They're all from all over the place, which is a bit crazy. Oh, the bunny suit outfit. Okay, yep, no, fair enough. Okay, you might find it easier to draw that. I find it more difficult. Hey Ben, how's it going? Welcome to a live stream from the first time in a long time. I will eventually get chat going and actually on the stream and some other bits, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, it's been a bit of a last few days, hasn't it? We've had the drawing DM, we've had Kingpin, and we've had myself streaming. So, welcome to the chaos that ensues. Although I have been saying to the artists, I do plan to do a live stream for absolutely ages now, and it took so long that they actually started doing their own live streams. So, yes, that kind of fell back. For fun, do your OC, but as kids' versions of them that still have their memories, they hold up. I did think of something like that one time, actually, Ark. I was going to make chibi versions of them until I realised I can't draw chibi characters. Just like I struggle with certain characters as well, so it's going to be more interesting. See, never an almost go-to hairstyle. I need to think about that. No, this wasn't mainly peer pressure, Ben. I planned to stream this long before they did. I have been saying for the last month or so, I'm going to do another art stream. I just need to sort some bits out, and I wanted to get some things sorted in the end. Nah, I didn't really get anything sorted. I just put this together with what I've got, and I'm like, hopefully this will work, and this will be cool, and this will fit nicely. But yeah, not quite peer pressure. If anything, I probably said it so many times, they felt peer pressure to do the live stream before I did. Yeah, expressions are very difficult to do with characters, and I admit I do struggle with them myself. Let's see if this technique actually works. I am not very good at drawing hair, by the way, as you guys might have guessed. I am really, really bad at drawing hair. I don't like. I like the concept of what I was trying. I don't like how that was turning out. I'll have to figure out a better way of doing it. I'll have to rewatch a stream where I saw that technique done, because that would make that so much easier. The toothbrush OC, because it wasn't in there because I didn't add it in there. It was literally a case of that was from the collab, the data, the kind of like draw date everything video. So yeah, I didn't really do much else on that one. For that in principle. I mean, technically I could have put it in there, but no, I was going to draw some updated narrator illustrations as well, but everybody wants a new character, so I'm going to design a new character. when I can figure out how to draw a new character. Character design is very difficult. Um, that absolutely sucks, Stella Kitsune. With an iPad charger that gives up, Procreate Trains, it does. It does. Art programs draw. Yes, art programs draw. They draw so much power out the battery. It's absolutely insane and crazy. Um, I'm also wondering why I've got. You need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is not supported. Apparently it's working fine though. Is it not? How's it looking on the stream? Sorry, YouTube's just flashed up something to say, yeah, you need to change something. And I'm like, but. I assume the resolution's working fine. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to double check on the stream what's happening. If it helps, I've just clicked on my stream to have a look, and the first thing I get is adverts. So even us creators aren't safe from anything. I guess if anybody got any fun plans for August, anybody doing Smorgust or anything else kind of related to those things. No, it's coming in quite a nice high definition quality. You've got everything from what I can tell. Yeah, no, I'm just going to ignore YouTube then. YouTube's lying. YouTube's telling me porcupines. Maybe it's just maybe I'm streaming at a higher resolution that it doesn't support, so it can only do a certain resolution, which is fine by me. Um, I guess I should give you guys an update of things on the channel then, because it's been a while. I have decided to, as I put in a community post, I've decided to make it so that the art quality when it comes to redraw videos and that is more the previous art style. I need to dust off the processes, as it were. So in the redraw, the video is kind of a mix between the longer style of art that I do and the previous style of art. I'm not sure I 100% like it. However, it's one of them things that's just going to be. Ooh, I was not expecting to do that on that layer. Thank you for undo, because that would have been a big mistake. That's interesting, Kitsune. Making dragons based on IRL animals. Nice. Wow. YouTube's actually asking me to verify my account that it asked me to verify at the start of the live stream. How long have we been streaming for? That is ridiculous, YouTube. Seriously. I feel insulted by YouTube's arrogance on that. And if you're listening, YouTube, I mean it. Why? I've logged into my account. I've got the stream up. I'm looking at the stream metrics on screen while chatting to chat. Why would you then ask me to verify myself this short amount of time into a stream? It's just, yeah, just crazy. Well, if she's some kind of spellcaster, how should we make? Is she going to be like a powerful spellcaster? Is she going to look more like modern characters? Is she going to have more of a... I am rubbish at fashion design. I need Dinosaur here. Uh, Wait, you're getting green screen? Or are you on about as a character design? Because I don't think I'm getting green screen on anything, so please don't scare me. It's been a while since I've seen that. Everything should be good in those regards. Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Thank you, Stella. That was an absolute just no, Ben. Just no. That was just crazy. Um, guess this should be more of a. No, I don't like this. I don't like what I'm doing so far on this. I have decided that I do not like what I've got. I'm going to just try something else. A more dynamic pose or something for character. I know character design, you should have the full character for good design, but I'm feeling I just don't know if I like the pose. Let me check my references for a pose that might work better for a new character. Hmm. Or am I just being too picky and I should really just go back to that pose? Oh, yeah, no. I have not created a green screen. Or the green screen of Doom, in all fairness. I have not created that character. I think. Hang on. Let me just. Am I just not liking it because I haven't fleshed? Alright, let me continue fleshing the hair out and then see what we get because I don't know if it's just the fact of the crazy hairstyle not being like. Hmm. You know what, I'm gonna mix a few design ideas up. Let's make this a really randomly designed character. Would that work if I have that there with that sticking over the top? That not so high a mark. Maybe. Maybe this will work. Oh, no worries, Delicates, and thank you for joining, and we'll catch you when, well, hopefully when I stream next, if not on the Discord or something. Ben, it's fine, cause of chaos. I didn't know, I didn't catch whether you were on about it returning or not, so that's why it's more of a panic, because it's a new setup, so it's basically with, it's been set up, the whole setup in OBS is from scratch again. I'm not using StreamYard because it costs an arm and a leg nowadays. So I will potentially be I
quite like that actually. But I don't want it to be just the cape. I want it to be kind of. Do I make it kind of steal that design and have them? Could be a concept here, potentially. I mean, I need to look at how these are kind of going because they're not kind of the right curvature for what it would be, but it's just a concept at the moment. In theory, that would be that way round. That would come like that, and that one would be more like that.
Let's go. Weird question. Have you tried Powerword, everyone? Oh yeah, I need to get back into the update. Need to have a go on that. It's been a long time since I've played Powerworld. But yeah, I played Powerworld. It's quite cool. In theory, based on where she is, that would be further back. Concept, that would be potentially a bit further back and smaller. Whereas this one coming out could be more to the front. In fact, I kind of want to just make this come out here and be more like it's a... actual hand type thing. Okay, that'll do. That's kind of like a nice hood effect to the character. I'll figure out something proper to it shortly, but I just want to do... I quite like that. I'm going for a really random design. Also, Dempsey, do I draw cool wildfire or hot wildfire, just neutral? Half cool, half hot. No, he's Red Knight. Thank you for joining. We'll catch you next time. Ben says, if there was a Pokemon redraw next, I could probably rewrite my original creatures called Demonites that are creatures you can bond with out the getting your inner self, and you getting with your inner self and have a max of 6. But you need to have a strong enough bond with all 6 to make a sort of human Demonite Megazord. That sounds like it's a cross between a Bionite and a Power Ranger Zord. It's an interesting concept. Her hair looks like Han, seems freaky, though I've drawn a character that has teeth in their hair to make them look like mouths. Oh, I'm definitely saying hydrated. It does seem freaky, but it's kind of part of the design. It's not exactly hair. It's kind of like a hood for an outfit. Which will make sense later. It's more of a... it's more being designed to go like a hood. And then I'm going to work on some other stuff because maybe I should make a battle mage. Oh, that would be cool. A kind of battle mage would be an interesting character. Because what they could have some armor on them as well. Oh, that would be quite cool. Maybe I could do a... oh no, absolutely. You could. I can't blame you thinking it was hair. It was kind of along the lines of the hair aspect of the design. This one's gonna have... she needs a medallion in here.
see. How can I make this more interesting for the character design? What can I do to make it a little bit more interesting on the design? That kind of works. Giving a bit more hair in there. Let's draw a funky face design. So if you haven't noticed, she is wearing a mask over her face. Is anybody drawing anything right now? Like as we're streaming and doing a draw along, or what games is everyone playing at the moment? Does anyone have any kind of like games they're playing that are quite fun or quite enjoyable that they're finding? It would be interesting to see if Wildfire worked with the children of the other DempseyJ characters and faced off against children of Loki soldiers. It possibly would be interesting to see. Could be an interesting storyline. Would definitely need thinking about, because in effect Void sent all of them back to the dimensions they came from so far in the story. So it's going to be a bit of a interesting one to sort that. An arc showing Wildfire. That's quite cool. Did you decide which one you wanted to go for in the end? Oh, you're working on the role for hero design you rolled. What did you get in the end, Ben, from the stream? Oh, well, they could do in Wildfire's world. I guess that's an arc. That's an arc set of drawings, that is. Also, because I haven't live streamed in a while, I might only do a couple of hours today, and then pick this up on another live stream later on in the week or near the weekend. Just because it has been a while, and yeah, well, mainly it has been a while. So I'm a bit out of practice, and I don't want to kind of hit every, do a super long stream. I know normally I go for 4 hours or so and stuff, but I think it'd be useful to potentially do a couple hours and a couple hours and build it back up. I also have to continue the redraw, scripting and artwork. One of the reasons I pushed it back because work's so manic at the moment. I haven't had a chance to completely catch up with all the bits that I need to do. I've done half the artworks and I've started the scripting, so it'll be interesting, but I am rusty on scripting as well. Everything's going to take me 10 times longer. Thunderbirds fan says, no drawing, no games played, but I'm doing a story with you in the background and I'm playing Disney Magic World 2 Enchanted Edition. Nice. Ben says, well, it's a fourth character that is a good character that has a haunted past chosen by an ancient entity to be their avatar, skills of sight of hand and expert in modern weapons. To be continued. That sounds intriguing. A major new power which is alter body by shapeshifting their hands into simple weapons, but they are still learning. That's definitely a unique concept. An interesting concept for a power and a skill set to learn. Your hands are weapons. If that goes wrong, that can cause nothing but chaos. Oh, that's what I can draw on this bit. Okay, this new character, I don't know if they'll join the narrators. I don't know if they'll be in their own universe. I don't know if it's just going to be a character. But this is going to be quite interesting, I think. So that one can come down here like that. I got no problems with that. This one, I want to do something funky. I want to create... some kind of... shoulder arm thing or something. Something that will work quite nicely. Just need to figure out how I want to kind of design it. I'm coming underneath. Don't know if that fabric should be a bit wider, but that's fine. It's going to come down to be more... What's the best way to design this? Most things go from below the bend in the elbow. This one's kind of on the bend in the elbow. Okay, let's change that. Let's jig that up a bit and go down to the bend of the elbow and turn it slightly. When in doubt, just literally cheat. Stretch it out. I can do that on this because why not? To be honest, even though I have an idea what is the pathway for story, I would be terrified if Dempsey's character would be in it, and I don't want Dempsey disappointed for story of Wildfire. Ark, go for it. If it's a fan fiction and it's your interpretation, go for it. It's another universe. You can do whatever you want with the characters in another universe. That's not a problem. As long as you let people know it's your fanfic with my characters starring in it, I don't have a problem with it. It's not a problem at all. I mean, let's face it. I mean, my characters effectively, Nexum is a Benny Sharp. Champagne, who's the Dino guy, is Dino Claw. I mean, you can relate the characters to who they are. If you put in if I put mine in Popcross's universe, those are who they go to. Ehrenfeld would probably be Vasilia Kuznak, maybe, or whoever the battle junkie one is on his universe. I can't remember all the names because I've not watched it in a while, to be honest. I've watched bits, but yeah. I don't care if it is getting YouTube. I would be scared, or even cared. I would care more for Dempsey's opinion. If you really want to give it a go, give it a go. You're only going to learn. As long as you say it's fan fiction and you're clear about that, I don't have a problem. Seriously. You have my permission to take my characters and put them in your universe with Wildfire, how they are, and then take it from there. All right, let's have a look at some of the... Got no idea what I'm drawing, by the way. I've got no real references for these. I'm just making this stuff up as I'm going along right now. Oh wow, her hand's gone tiny there. That is definitely something to tweak. Much better. I appreciate the arms kind of a little bit. It's whiffy now, but I can fix that. I can fix it. Just about. Yeah, that's a symbol. I will also eventually get music back in on this, guys. I will generally. It's just a case of figuring out what I want to do for it. Get a couple tunes, sort it out, figure out how it's going to come in nicely. Make sure YouTube doesn't go, "Oh, what are you doing there?" So there's no copyright issues, and off we go with some tunes, which will be really, really fun and quite good, to be honest. I also need to bring, spoiler alerts, I also need to bring the multiversal story with Loki and the crew to a conclusion. Sorry, need a drink. To a conclusion at some point. See, spoilers, they're not meant to be told. That's why my throat dried out. 2 seconds.
Hit pain hard.
Let me just sort this out a second. Guys, you should be able to hear me now. OBS crashed. So yeah, I had to deal with that. Stream tax. But I am back. Yeah, apologies, guys. I don't know what happened. OBS crashed, but thankfully I can reconnect to the existing stream. So I'm just doing that. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll see if it crashes again in future. It does say the stuff's poor. I don't know if that's because of the resolution and it's overdoing it, but I'm back. So yes, and also
Hello, everybody. In today's world, we had a disappearance. We ran away to the circus and left Dempsey in the stream with nobody able to hear him. And that's my really bad Mr. Bean voice. Bean.
If anybody knows who Mr. Bean is, awesome. If you don't, go check out probably 90s TV programs.
oh Ben, that's just disgraceful.
Har, Ben, you should be paying attention to all the wee beasties. I mean, you mentioned the green screen of doom, and all of a sudden, we get a black screen a little while after. A bit too much of a coincidence, methinks. My bones are telling me so.
Is it one of my narrators or is it one of the bad guys? I'm assuming it's Loki, to be honest, but yes, we will have to find out.
Find out today, or find out next time on Dragon Ball Draws. I've gone a little bit crazy now. No, I'm not that crazy. It's quite humid here actually, so my throat is drying out a bit, but I don't know why OBS crashed. I guess it's not set to the recommended settings for the machine. Oh, an narrator. Well, we've already got Nexum, the mech armor specialist, and Demodic and Darkstorm. It could be Dino Claw. Then again, it could be Connor Farley, dealing with creatures and such like, which could bump in the night. Or Velocity, because it's so unfair, the rest of the world's been destroyed. Ben, you have a level of crazy, but I swear I top it. In all fairness, in the nicest possible way. You don't have 8+ characters' voices going through your head most of the time. So I'm assuming I top the crazy. But you know, I might not top the crazy.
Ah, good old Airful Bainsworth. Still slays the wee beasties in your timeline arc. That's a Bainsworth through and through. It's been so long since I've done the voice. It's getting a bit dry. But I think that adds to the character.
In your defense, yeah, that's true. In my defense, I've been voicing for about 4 years, and as Kingpin might tell you, you get a little bit crazy. I've been trying to learn Southern, so there was a friend from America, well, when I was streaming with Koi or playing games with Koi, she taught me how to try and get a Southern accent with the phrase, well, butter my bud and call me a biscuit. And then we got the Russian voice I'm trying to do, which is not going very well. Oh, your level of crazy ideas. I've probably got them. They're just probably not coming out to play. But you have some. No, actually, in fairness, no, you probably do have the crazier ideas. Wow, you made them 100 years old. Oh, I kind of want to know the story now, Ark. You're gonna have to like flesh out a story and just send it to me. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one for using your own characters for the voiceover series. Koi Gaming. Hey, Koi, how's it going? 40 months. Oh, yeah, we are old. Wow. And your support is always, always valued and welcomed and appreciated. I hope that you've had a nice time away. Are you back now, or are you still on your summer vacay? Also, did you catch any more big fish like the one that you sent the picture of? Oh, I so need to update those emojis. I need to draw new ones. Oh, you're back now. Awesome. I bet the vacation seems so long ago now that you're back. You're like, work, back.
No.
Dozens of fish. Nice. So I kind of want one that goes... I'm kind of going to be crazy with this character now. I'm going to include some
crazy bits.
Ah, sweet. Which night are you streaming? And, well, I was going to say, have you picked anything for the stream or what's going on?
I'm being nosy now. It's my stream here, and I'm asking about another stream. Because I can. And because it's a case of Koi's been away and he's back. So, you know, at some point we'll have a Monarch stream. We'll have a few other bits and bobs. Yeah, not sure I like that concept there. I like the idea of the just that comes out and then comes back round. Oh, getting things back in order for being away. Yeah, it's a case of if you come back and it's like, crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, it's crazy all around everywhere at the moment, but yes. I'm not sure I was doing that, but I don't know if I want that or I just want something more simpler in design. Or crazier in design. Oh, I really want to watch that. I have not. I had the boys this weekend just gone, so I couldn't go to it because I was driving on Friday when it came out, and I so want to go and see it. I already know the trailers don't do it justice. It's better than the trailers, and that's all I know. A 9 out of 10. Oh, Koi, you making me want to just leave the stream, forget what I'm doing tonight, and go to the cinema. No, I'll behave. I'll behave. I plan to stream, so I will behave. For now. I've had one technical stream tax already, Koi. OBS crashed on me, so I need to check the settings on the Mac that I'm on now too. I think I've got too high a resolution being sent up, and by the time YouTube's doing its thing, everything else is doing that thing. It's like, nah, let's just crash it. It's only Dempsey stream. It's fine. It's no problem at all. So, just as a recap, Koi, I'm drawing this weird type battle mage type character. I put a poll out, new character design one, and yes. Yeah, this has only got stream elements, and that's it on OBS. I haven't got any other plugins on it because it's a brand new machine. So I will have a look to see if there are any plugins, but I think it could just be I haven't optimized it. I've literally chucked something together in OBS and off I went. So, and YouTube is giving me an error saying the current resolution is 3840 by 2160, which is not supported. Computer says no. So, yes, bit of fun and craziness, but it is what it is. This battle mage has got the line here. I'm still in the sketching phase. I'm not doing a super long stream today though. I've already said. My plan is to probably stream for about another half hour or so and pick this up again maybe at the weekend. Just doing a couple hours to at least flesh out a design that we'll continue with. Take it easy. First stream back. I don't want to go absolutely crazy. Ark says Ben says that sounds very fishy. It is indeed. I did try doing Kai June this past June, and I didn't get through the whole month. Hey Ben, I went to do Art Fight and I only got 2 attacks done, which I posted on Art Fight. I have not got anything else, so I will apologise. I did not get a chance to get around to doing revenges and stuff. However, I have made note of everybody who attacked me, and I will be getting you all next year. And I will definitely be getting you all next year. I have it planned. Ish. But yeah, I think I'll carry this character on over a stream or two. I'll work on I'll do the at least get the lines mapped out today, and then work on the rest of it, inking and stuff, another night, possibly maybe Wednesday, depending what's going on. And Ark, I do apologise, I got distracted, but I will go back to what you put. So there are multiple reasons why Nexum is alive, and for Bainsworth, fought a lot of monsters and beastie, and somebody made his life longer to kill them if they needed. That's all you'll say. Oh, Ark, I'm liking this story so far. Thunderbirds fan, is it okay if I send you 2 of my stories that I'm working on during the live stream? Yeah, you can send them to me in the Discord. I won't be able to read them. Or if you put the actually you put the sun-ups of them on the in the chat in the live stream, like Ark's kind of been doing. That's fine. If you want to send them direct to me, then that's fine as well. But if it goes direct, I won't be able to read it this stream. But yeah, if you wanted to just go through or mention some of your story bits in the chat, that's cool. Ben, that was my original plan to attack more artists than last year, and I can safely say my plan failed. So, yes. But on the plus note, with that plan failed, I am working on the redraw scripting later. I will ask forgiveness on the scripting. It is going to be diabolically rubbish compared to normal. I am a bit out of practice. I'm a bit rusty. Take a video or two to get back up to scratch. I do like that, Ben. I'm glad you attacked more people than just the Fellowship members. It is nice when people kind of pick new targets this year. I deliberately did not attack the Fellowship. I planned to. I was waiting for them to attack me first, and a couple did. But I did not get around to doing a revenge because, yeah, that just did not work how I wanted it to, which was a bit of a pain. But it is what it is. All right, let's see if I can just kind of get a feel for the shape of the foot here. We probably know it's rusty if there's a falling metal on the background sound and the video cuts off there. No, I actually know how to fix the sound issues I've had before. I didn't spend all my time away not knowing or doing what I should be doing. I have been learning as well, and I have learnt that I can, to a degree, yeah, I can to a degree sort the sound and audio things and sound design, which will be much better. It'll be a bit easier to sort them, so that'll be quite cool. So this arm's coming down here. I got the battle armor there, but I kind of want to give like one arm as kind of that and one arm as maybe just an arm, hand, until it comes down to a gauntlet type glove that comes down the side. How to cheat in 4 easy steps. Just make it a gauntlet type glove, and that's it. Job done. Alright, I want this to come up here and here, because this emblem is important. Maybe this mage will be a demigod or a demi-beast or something, or... maybe, maybe not. We shall see. Do need to figure out something for here. I know there's simple designs here, but I kind of feel it's missing something. So let's merge these down a little bit. Just erase some of the bits I don't need while I'm tailoring this up. It's looking cool so far, but I feel it's missing something. Bear in mind, this isn't clear skin. This is kind of like fabric. Like it is kind of like a waste element. I might put an emblem there or something. It is part of the actual design for it. That needs to go really dark because that's kind of a shadowed area. Yo, Minecraft Transformers! 39 months. Wow. Oh, I've just realised I do need to move that alert because it's a little bit... Okay, that's fine. Let's move the alert and shrink that a little bit. Cool. Thank you for the support for 39 months, Minecraft. Koi's been in here with 40. He beat you by a month. So I'll let you both bally it out and I'll sell tickets. No, a long time no chat to. Maybe the other night when we were on Koi's stream a while back, or chatting in Koi's chat. But yeah, how you doing, Minecraft? I hope all is well. I'm drawing a rather interesting character type design, which is kind of like a battle mage crossed with something else. Just I had it. I've been watching a lot of Iseki type anime lately, and there's one that had a cool hood, and I thought I want to draw a character with a hood, similar but not quite the same. And then after a little bit, I was like, I want to draw a character with more with like more aspects or more interesting element to it. And then all of a sudden I came up with, I haven't drawn a spellcaster for anything major yet. Whether she's from a dimension with her unfold, like Ben suggested, or she's from somewhere else, we shall find out. Hey Tegan, I'm drawing this weird battle mage type character. That's all you've missed so far. Ark's buying the tickets first. Figures someone's always trying to steal my thunder. I'm doing good. Both are on your Wattpad. Ah, cool. I'm just checking in case I've missed anything in the conversations in chat. No, I don't think so. I think it's just what we've had so far. So if I turn that off, that's a more refined element. Multiply that layer, bring that down. I might actually end up doing more than I said I'd do on this. I might stay a bit longer. I might just have the live stream bug again. Yeah. Just stay forevermore. For eternities later. Oh wait, I already have that in this lit. Duh. Right, okay. Turn that on. Perfect. Render that inks. That one and that one and that. Turn that to 8. I'm also trying to work on line weight, so I don't know if I'll do it on this one or not. I'm not patient enough at the moment to do the line weight to the level I would love to have it, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, you just did a drawing sketch for Wildfire. Nice. You had a power flash and it knocked out the internet. Oh, you mean like a power spike? Because that's insane. Oh, I've just noticed my my iPad's not charging properly. Let's fix that. Just give me a moment, will you? And it should start charging. There we go. I've just noticed, you can't see it on the camera screen, but I just looked at the iPad and it's gone down to like 40-odd%. I'm like, yes, I might need to put that on charge very soon. Yeah, that would probably do it. Bad weather
kind of has that effect on things. Right, so let's see. Let's unlock that. Here, let's start working on some. Of this. That's not looking as cool as I like it to. Well, that pen. I'm just literally looking for a pen that may draw quite nice for... That's way bigger pen. Nope, none of them. Because the G pen was fine, but it felt... So I just zoomed in too much. It felt too... I don't know, it just looked or felt a little bit weird. Everybody's going to think I'm going crazy. It's like, I'm not going crazy, honest. It just didn't seem right. Even though it's the pen I use, every single drawing I do, it did not seem right. No, we had the green screen of death mention Minecraft, and then OBS crashed about 10 minutes later. So we've had the OBS of death, but we haven't had the green screen of death. Oh, that fantasy world, Ben. Yeah, I am. I've been asked by Galahound earlier if I'm going back to kind of do anything with it, and I am thinking about potentially doing it or continuing, maybe resparking the story at some point. But I just need to sort the other story aspects I've already got out with the like the narrators currently and anything else. But there are plans to potentially revisit or reboot it and make it an actual proper long series, not just a challenge. I did like some of the concept. I might just redesign the characters and stuff though. You know, as you do when you look at something and you go, I really like that, but I'm not sure I like that character, so never mind, I'll just get rid of that character. Which will be quite an interesting turn of events on it, to be honest. I do need to work on line weight. I'm just not sure if I'm... going to get the line weight quite right on this. Has anyone played Subnautica 2 yet? I've played it since the... Well, I haven't played it since the last update, the patch update, but I am hoping to play it soon. I'm hoping they bring out the Collector Leviathan's actual biome with the new Leviathans in it. Because I think that'd be rather cool.
details are really tricky to do sometimes. Along with the auto line correct bit, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, you can. That's one of the beauties, Arc. You can always come back to it the next day to work on it when it's digital. New layer, build upon it, keep the old one just in case. You know, all I'm thinking about now is how much I want to watch the new Spider-Man movie. Imagine if Dempsey's Fantasy World was in the same multiverse as Starseed, Psyche, and Vigilance. If it was, then Bainsworth would be having a hell of a fight right about now, and war would have definitely broken out between all of them. Yeah, let's come back in here because that mask needs to. That's much better. Maybe we'll do a new layer for the next bit in a minute, because I'll need to put it on a new layer for the lines to work how I want it to. You missed OBS crashing and you missed most of the designing, but I'm inking the character now. Ben's asked about the fantasy world, which you asked earlier, and it's like, I might bring it back. If I do, it probably will be a reboot rather than a continuation. Vulcan Gliss, I quite like the design of. As you can tell, it's all over the channel and I use it everywhere, but I would kind of want to do a cool splash art for it or do something really cool. Not Enfold's world, I mean the fantasy world from last year. Oh, that fantasy world. That would be quite interesting. I could only see that as being in a different planet or a different star system to everything else. Like a less evolved planet as such, but it's kind of doing what it needs to do in terms of balance out the technologically advanced to the more magic and whimsical. I would love a continuation or even a reboot of the World Building Challenge to see the Elf Girl and the Goblin Sisters. Yeah, if I did, I'd keep the design for Vulcan Gliss the same. I think those Goblin Sisters came out amazing, and I would really not want to change that. I so need to work on line art. My in terms of line weights, they are absolutely diabolical. It is absolutely atrocious in my mind what I'm seeing. I cringe at my own line weights. I'll have to work on the brushes and the settings off stream. I'll have to clone a brush and see if I can tweak it slightly to handle the pressure a bit better, because it's all well and good, but I feel that my line weights for the pressure, I need to practice more. It's something that's letting my art style or my artwork down. I'm gonna just do a skit I've been waiting to do. Yeah, drop a skit in. I need to practice the voices, so let's go. Obviously, make it family friendly, but other than that, yeah, let's go. The Goblin twins are a cool design, except I can't tell which is which. I'm terrible at telling identical twins apart. They're not exactly identical though. One's blue and one's green. It's been that while. Don't ask me which one's which though. Just to really just make it like Dempsey doesn't know his own characters. Yeah, because it's a fantasy world thing. Of course I don't know my characters. I haven't got a clue who they are. But you should know all your characters inside and out. I would know them all inside out, but again, it's a fantasy world. I haven't got a clue who they were. They're in one episode. I need to look it up. If Nexon was a Pokemon trainer, what team would his team be? He would have tech ones, so Rotom would definitely be in it. Porygon. I'm not looking for legendary. He would have possibly Vroom. He might have one of the Golem style Pokemon, the ones that look like how they are. But let's face it, if it's mech wise, he'd probably have the Iron Paradox Pokemon. You didn't say legendary, but he'd probably have Iron, Iron Hands and all that lot. So that would be quite an interesting one. I just realised I messed up on where the stuff's gonna go. Because this is going to be in front of everything here. Because there's a band that just comes across. I mean, I could make it one of those ones that just joins together, but where's the fun in that? I'm just going to erase that. It's a mask. It's kind of like she is kind of. I guess she's kind of blind. It's a mask. It completely blocks her sight. I think it looks cool. I don't know if there's going to be a story behind it, but yes, it's got some nice, pretty patterns though. Ark says the way I do line weight is to everything in slim line, and then when I'm done, just make some. Yeah, that's one thing to do, but I need to learn the pen press as well. But yeah, I have done that technique. What I'm going to do is I will be going around the outline with a much more thicker pen in a bit, or inking size. See, the irony is that comes down, that comes there, and that goes there. So that's all hidden. It looks weird. It cuts off here. It cuts off at this point here, but that's meant to be blank. Blankety blank. Reggie still? Yeah, he probably could use Reggie still. Yeah, I guess it kind of does, but it was just to have a random abstractly pattern in theory, so hopefully that's all it has. Oh, Ashana. I forgot about her voice. The voice of someone who's lost the sanity given before they slayed a god. Okay, give me a second. Where is that small mortal? Don't know, but at least it's quiet. Guess who's back? Not again. Oh, I'm going to delight in your torment, Loki. It's one N, but it's fine. I knew exactly who you're on about. So that's not a problem. That was really quite cool, actually. I quite liked that. No, I'm just going to make that part of the hood. With this necklace design kind of looking onto the hood and coming up. Which means that on that there, I need to erase the bits inside of it. That should give me a nice little perch here for it. And then I can come in with the in fact, that's not how it would work because of the way that goes. That would be more like that, like that. That wouldn't be shown because it's over here by that bit there. Technically, that should be shifted along, but like shifted more. This bit here should be more that way, but I'm not going to do that. And then just make that down here like that. So it's kind of like the pendants at an angle. Kind of get away with it. That works quite nicely with these bits here. In Artfight, I was going to make a fan kid of Ashana and Loki just to be fun. That would have been an interesting concept to see, Ben. So this needs to be more larger on these parts, I would assume. And then potentially that part going thinner. That part going thinner. And the same for a thin line down there and there. And then those should just come up and around to that. Come up and around to that. That's a bit better. Yo, Justin, how's it doing? Ark, I would have to just double check my narrator database that I created. The narrator base. I think I've got their ages in there. I'll have a look. Nexum's 30, Erenfold's 40.
They be a bit old. In fact, Erenfold's younger than I am.
Wow. I also have to update that, but there's a few things in there. So that's not too bad. That did have a fabric bit on the arm, but I've decided to. No, let's actually keep the fabric. Let's do it. I'm gonna have a one-off fabricy thing that comes across here and joins up there. The actual arm can go up to that bit. The rest of the arm comes down here quite solidly because it's a solid element. Nexum, do you know there's cyborg demons in your dimension, Demonica? Oh, hang on. Do you know there's cyborg demons in your dimension, Demonica? Because my employers are looking for some. I don't know. You really see stuff like that there, but I'll give you a heads up. I think it's supposed to be rarely. I don't know. You rarely see stuff like that there, but I'll give you a heads up when I'm done destroying your soul. Really, I thought Nexon was 28 the whole time. You weren't far off. 30's not a bad kind of like age guess type thing. It's pretty close to it, to be honest. It's always been a bit of a tricky one. Working out their ages, I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, I randomly picked ages, to be honest. I did not map the characters out properly. My characters just came about as a voice. This is their topic. Here's a rough voice for them, and that's the character. And it was only until everybody was like, I need questions on this and this. It's like, I don't know the answer to that. I'll have to make something up. So I chucked something together. In Wildfire's universe currently, they're next on 150. Bainsworth is 160, and Wildfire is close to 100. Damn! That means Nexon was 50 when he became a parent. I found an anime you might like. Oh, what's the anime? I'll tell you if I've seen it. I've seen. There's quite a few anime lately that I've been watching. So let me know if it's one you. Well, just let me know, really. What's it called? Oh, that's my Discord link thing going in there. It's been that long since I streamed. I almost forgot I actually had those links from Discord coming in, like the stream bot. Wow, that's bad. I didn't even know what's happening on my channel.
Yes, the craziness has begun.
In my head, that sounded like Kermit the Frog without trying to be Kermit the Frog. Can anybody confirm? Did that sound a bit froggish or Kermity-ish? Oh wow, it did. That was not planned. Omnio Kaiten Rebirth first. I'll have to make a note of that, Justin. To see if I can. I don't know if I know it by an English name or translation. Let me just. Oh, that one. I've seen the. I've seen it on my Crunchyroll, but I haven't actually clicked on it. I was tempted to the other day. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that. Nice. Thank you for the heads up on that. I'll definitely check that out. I feel like they tried having children. Tried to have children. Next, Simon DeMonica, and can you tell me what's your opinion with the of the age next to Bainsworth? They look 100 years younger. I think it works if it works for your universe. It's like nice. Did that artistic kid become that artistic man while you were gone? Justin, no. That artistic kid is still technically that artistic kid, or whatever they're going by nowadays. Would be interested to see a kid of Dino Dinoclaw. Yeah, it would be interesting, Ben. If we could then find out if his altered DNA is dinosaur form is just hereditary, or well, hereditary or just him. Like, what do you think normal Nexus and Bainsworth reacting to living that long? Oh, what my ones would. Ehrenfold would have slayed most of at least one of every creature on existence that he can find. He'd have probably covered at least a planet's worth, which would be quite good. Nexum would just be. I assume his Nexus would be filled with tons and tons of mech armors that are of almost godlike level technology. Like, to the point it's absolutely ridiculous. It's kind of what I thought it would be, but yeah, it does curl back up to form those bits there. I did wonder. It just looks so odd. It's got to go out and curl back in. Hmm. Goes. I mean, that is too thin. That needs to come out further. That's a bit better. That looks more like a finger that could have been pushed in before a thumb's gone behind it. Yeah, I'm not AI. I ain't risking an extra finger. I do think that needs more of that and that. Here it needs a bit more of a curve. Yeah, that's looking quite good. Plus, it'd be interesting to see kids of Loki's generals. That would be crazy. Unfortunately, I don't know if I could do that or not because I don't own the original characters. That's an interesting one. Okay, skip.
Why does everybody compare me to Garfield? I am not even orange.
Sorry. Maybe it's because you laze around eating junk food and laze about instead of conquering these days. Yeah, that kind of does seem like some Frosty might say. Ben says it would be funny to see a version of the Egyptian god Set join Loki. I do like Egyptian gods and mythology. Maybe. No idea, but maybe I might have to do an Egyptian style episode at some point. Ark's got a little skit. Hang on. Wait a sec. How old are you again? 150 years and still got skills to give gods a challenge. Nexum, darling, this alternate version of you seems far more interesting. Although,
Maybe we should stay a bit clear. Wouldn't want that Ashana the God Killer appearing out of nowhere and, well, causing more chaos. I've been watching Tokusatsu as of late, and the recent one is kind of similar to Pokemon meets Kaiju. That's interesting. I imagine if you did a Norse mythology episode, I just imagine Bainsworth would go like,
Ah, finally, the group wears proper clothing.
and Dino Club will complain the most. Possibly. He might complain about stuff. It would be quite interesting to see that actually. Yeah, I do have to branch out a bit more, maybe to different mythologies and stuff to get how things kind of are, or bring some unique perspective to bits. Do also have to need to find a balance with my drawing style to go more towards the older, simpler style. I hate to say it, but more similar to Pop Cross's one for the normal videos that I can knock out in a faster time. And the only reason I hate to say it is because I do like my longer art style that I do for the showcase that you can see with the Dragon Riders. I do like that whole shading and the style and refining that more. The problem I've got is that takes about 6 hours to do each one of them, minimum. And by the time I've done them, I run out of time to do pretty much anything else. And yeah, I'm with time being so short with a few things at the moment in real life. Yeah, it just I need to find that balance again. And then once I do, yay! So my plan is maybe personal projects will be the longer artwork style. So it'll be the more volumes and everything else, and stuff like live streams can have that style as well. And the normal video content, which I still need to figure out a new schedule. That's regular and consistent. And like the redraws, will have the actual style for the current way of it being done in terms of like that shorter style, and we'll see where the balance goes. Ting's got a skit, so the kid doing something, Velocity. This is boring. At least nothing's got. At least nothing has blown up. For now. Where did you come from? The door was open. We're not paying attention again, Velocity. It's also been a while since I kept up Botcross, and when he came back, he's been doing these fitness videos, arts where he's just goofing around. Yes, he's entered his Audacity era, the era where he's going for 1 million subscribers by causing absolute chaos. He's gonna see what crazy shenanigans he can come up with. It's a nice theme, a nice idea. But today, on Through the Keyhole of an Artist's Mind, we have to remind you that it is very easy to go stir crazy. Thankfully, he has his clones by the Council of the Bulbasaur to keep him occupied. Benny Sharp has inherited one of them, and he's allowed the rest of the Sharp gang to be able to talk through a Popcross clone. Not sure what the Council of Bulbasaurs think about this. However, Popcross himself seems to be a little bit concerned that the Benny Sharp is going to be a little bit hard to handle. I think that's the summary of the Audacity era in one, to be honest. In fact, I know some more stuff about the Audacity era that I cannot delve or say. I say that, I just know. I just have a super small bit of insider information. Ha 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 ha. No, no, I was nattering with him the other day, and yeah, it's quite cool. I quite like the whole Audacity era. I think it's a good concept.
And the Council of Bulbasaur is genius. I wish I'd thought of something like that. Just that is genius. I have to say I am extremely envious of that one. I just don't know how to describe it. That Council of the Bulbasaur is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, Black Clover's coming back in October. Nice. I've been catching up with the anime, so that'd be quite cool. Yeah, Thunderbirds fan. He's round about a couple. He lost a few, but then he's gaining more, so it's going to be interesting. Ben says, but I think the Pantheon Reapers is probably going to be going through to 2027, but that's my fault. Just looked that up.
Yeah, no, it's Popcross is going for the 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, and he's definitely going for it, and he's putting his effort into it, which is great. He's got the time to do it, which is also another handy thing. I think the only small element. Oh wait, that mask is too high. Oh, hang on. I need to. Sorry, I've just noticed something I need to sort now. There we go. I'll add an extra layer to the mask. It was just a bit too high on the face. I just realised that's gonna look weird. In fact, that point is gonna look weird unless it's more here. That'll do. Make sure you're staying hydrated, guys, because I am. What's the time? How long have we been going? 2 hours. I'll probably finish some of the inking, potentially on the body, going a bit further, and then I guess I might finish a bit more of the inking, and then I'm probably going to call it for today. As I said, I will be streaming later on, in terms of this week, so that's definitely something to keep an eye out for. I would stream longer tonight, but I really do have to get on with the script for the redraw video. I've already pushed it back again, and it's gonna be a case of I don't want to keep pushing videos back because I'm running out of time. But I appreciate that. I did promise a video coming out today. I had to push it back, but I decided I'll do a live stream either today or tomorrow, depending on what my schedule was going to be. And today worked out a bit easier, so I've done that. I've also learnt the chaos that ensues behind. I was just figuring out how that worked for the design. The chaos that ensues from setting up a live stream again. I will get it fully mastered at some point, so it's minimize stream tax. Do it what it needs to do, which would be really cool. And I will do that in a minute, Justin. I'm just getting some of this drawing done. At the moment, I will apologise to those who want an artist showcase, but I won't be doing it just yet. I will do an artist showcase once I get back into streaming after a couple of streams. Just because I haven't got anything set up to showcase the art properly, download the files or import them in or share the screen. I need to figure out how I did that last time, so it's been a while. I can't remember what I did. It's going to be far easier to just do what I've got. I think I downloaded it and opened them up and imported them into OBS to have a look at, but I also think there was a way I could share one of my screens, so I need to figure out how to do that again at some point, and then we can have those come back, because I do enjoy seeing the artwork you guys come up with.
Justin goes, if you don't eat all your vegetables, Velocity, I'm gonna have to send you to the absolute universe. You're bluffing. Nexum throws her there immediately. No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. It's so unfair. Boop. I wouldn't be too sure, Ben. I think, if anything, Velocity might actually win against the Absolute Joker. I appreciate Velocity's a scaredy cat, but you also have to understand Velocity has a demon inside of her. Potentially, depending on the Absolute Universe, it could take on the characteristics of that universe and become one hell of a bodyguard. Has anybody got anything fun planned for this week or August? Imagine if the Dragon Riders from that redraw were in the dimension of shattered time. Interesting concept. So Absolute Brainiac gets her instead. Wow, you guys are harsh. No, I'm trying to catch up with my story writing. It's good to catch up with stuff. I'm definitely trying to catch up with all the bits that I should be pretty much caught up, have done. I appreciate I've still got some videos I need to get out the door and a few other things, so it's going to be like, I've got a few things to sort. I do apologize for the lack of sound when I'm concentrating. I will definitely be getting some music back in the future. I'll get that set up, hopefully for the time of the next stream. Though a bit of silent ASMR, you know, I'm drawing, you're enjoying it, nobody's talking or nattering. No, Justin, I haven't read the new Dynamite comic of Ben 10. Is that the one where they did like those really, really realistic style versions of the aliens? Somewhat, yeah, yeah. I haven't read that comic. I do probably. I expect if I come across it, I would definitely read it. If I find a place online to read comics like that, I would definitely do it. But I have not read that currently. Am I going to reboot the Ben 10 Demon series?
That's an interesting. I have thought about that several times. In all honesty, Ben, I have thought, oh, should I reboot that series? That would be quite cool. And my outcome every single time is, how do I reboot it to be? What's the best way of describing it? How can I reboot it in such a way that the originals are still quite cool, but I improve the storytelling or improve what's actually happening in it? So that's the only thing I've got to figure out at the moment, is what's the best way to reboot it and improve it, because I'd maybe do one or two of the aliens the same, but then I'd have to pick different aliens to make sure it's doing justice to everything, because you kind of want to ensure that you've got the greatest world of the world. You want to ensure that you've got kind of like something new, something for people that were here before, but something for new people coming in. Let's have a check of this then. So that means that's going to be erasable. That's tidy upable. It's all on one layer for this character now. There are some things in this I so need to tidy up. But for now, let's just make that reference layer. Let's get the one tool, select the outside. Just double check I've got all the bits I potentially need. I think so. So if I was to invert that now, find a grey colour, and fill that. Sweet. Okay, so I've got that sorted, but I will want to do some more line weights over the top. So I think that's probably a good stopping point tonight, in all fairness. We've done 2 hours 15 minutes, which is probably a bit more than I was planning to do, but had some technical issues. And yeah, no, we've had a good chat. We've had some good fun, and I will definitely come back to this a bit later on. I'll catch up with chat for a moment. Let me just save this first. And then I'll spend a couple of minutes catching up with chat, and then I'll crack on with the things I need to do. Hey, Rick Spicer. Looking in the background or just joined? We'll definitely do another stream soon, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Thunderbird fan says, okay, here's a good one for Velocity. If she got sent to one of my universes, she would be protected by any of my characters, and maybe someone would help her feel safe. That's quite cool. Justin says, it's good, but I don't really like the art style for it, and it's really good. Oh, you mean the Ben 10 comic series? That's good to know. The art style, yeah, the art style was... I wasn't too sure about the art style. I'm sure the story writing's good, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Galhan says, speaking of Ben 10, have you read the new Absolute series? No, I haven't read any of them, to be honest. Justin says,
I heard Marvel was trying to make their own copyright version of the Absolute Universe. What's Spider-Man? But I haven't heard that much on it. Imagine trying to use Absolute DC characters with Ultimate Marvel characters. That could be an interesting video. Browns are a good shading color if you have enough of a difference for it, but you'd probably want to go for light browns. Think of like the Copics, like the sepia colors. Sepias are basically shades of almost like light browns down to a darker brown. They work nicely if you work on values. So think of it as a monochrome picture where it's only one color and then you're making it darker and lighter.
Oh, I might have to search that up later, Justin, and have a look at that to see what that looks like. Gwen's got a big forehead and Grandpa Max looks so different. I don't get why they keep rebooting all these series from the designs. I get some of them are cool that they do, but all these alternate universes or changes to it are just, yeah, I just don't feel they're... I don't know. I guess it's the old person in me. I feel some of the art way back in the day was way better than some of the art you've got nowadays for kids programs or even series. So it'll be interesting to see. But on that note, I am going to end the stream shortly. I will catch up and post when the next live stream is nearer the time, potentially at the weekend. I will be working on the redraw video after I jump off the stream. I've got to look at the script and that, and then do some more bits in editing tomorrow and get the final bits out the way. My plan is Wednesday night to have the redraw video dropped, which will be ideally no pushback further. It does depend on real life and work, but plan to get the video out this week. Oh, yeah, Thunderbirds, I completely agree. Sometimes reboots are great and they do them well. Sometimes reboots are so bad that I cringe and I just want to turn around and go, why have you changed it? But yeah, some of the designs that they've got are, yeah, Ben, they are quite horrific in that Absolute series. I'm sure I've seen the Cannonbot one floating around the internet. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining the live stream and bearing with the silence at the start and the technical issues. We'll definitely finish this artwork off on the next one. I might do a little bit of refining of the line weight, but I might wait till the next stream for that. And yeah, I will catch you all on the next one. So stay safe, everybody. Stay hydrated. And thank you for watching the stream. Bye now.